What's up?
Yeah, sorry, we just came back from a nostalgia trip with DX, making fun of McMahon's good stuff.
Watching and some gameplay, Smack Down Show Your Mouth gameplay, and Here Comes the Pain gameplay from Tubby Emu.
Yes, but of course, great games. Have yet gotta play both. Again, at least shut your mouth, of course. Despite no blood, which makes no sense, but...
Anything to keep us from talking about this Raw, because this Raw was just completely
bad.
Was just completely
Terrible.
Pointless and another waste of time. I'm so glad I didn't even watch it on the USA Network this time.
Not even on Hulu?
No, I did watch it on Hulu, but at least I skimmed through some of it. So, oh boy,
Just breathe.
Let's get through this. So you open up Raw with Seth Rollins coming out talking about the whole Roman Reigns scandal and how it's now now he's hoping to have it now one-on-one, which we all hoped it was going to be the case.
Then Cena and Styles come out, try to get their fill, but...
And you just knew that WWE was going to have it their way, and of course they had it. They had Dean Ambrose come out after Seth Rollins completely crapped all over, Roman Reigns doing what he did and him getting suspended. Ambrose saying, "Hey, we all make mistakes," all that, completely defending Reigns. Then like you said, Cena, AJ comes out. So you mean to tell me that you're still going to do this triple threat match at the triple threat main event at Battleground for the WWE World Title, not have Roman Reigns there? So you mean to tell me this whole time now, to cover up Roman Reigns and do the build-up, you're going to have Cena and AJ involved in this whole thing? You're going to have one rivalry be involved. So you pretty much must make it a 5-way at this point.
A scramble.
Yeah, you might as well bring back the scramble match and have Cena, AJ, because they're going to be involved more with this build-up than Roman Reigns is going to be because he's suspended.
Yes, but since he's going to be in the match anyway, one can only wonder what the story is going to be for that on Reigns' side.
It just doesn't make sense.
Via satellite, probably.
It just doesn't make sense. So kids, the message from WWE is, take steroids. You'll still get your title opportunity.
Unless you're a top guy.
Oh my God.
Trust
me, if this was any other superstar, they wouldn't still be in that spot.
This is dumb. Just dumb.
Common
sense. Where did it go?
So what you mean to tell me is you're going to cover up Roman Reigns and have Cena and AJ involved in this whole thing?
But
like
happily
last week.
But happily that didn't happen because they both lost their matches.
But I mean, they could always come back to it tomorrow night.
No, they're not going to.
But I mean, if they're not going to do that, then what are they going to do and still have the triple threat match? You're just going to have Ambrose and Rollins the entire time leading up 4 weeks or 3 weeks before Battleground?
It's July 24th, so it's actually... No, tomorrow will be the 4th, so it'll be in 20 days, so it's less than 3 weeks.
Yeah, like less than 3 weeks. You're gonna.
No, it's actually 3 weeks today. Actually.
Yeah, 3 weeks from today, you're gonna have this whole time to build it up. You're still gonna have Rollins and Ambrose just feuding, even though it's a triple threat, and not have the third guy Roman Reigns be in there.
How does this make any sense at all? It really doesn't. But I'm not gonna complain. It is what it is.
It's so bad, so bad.
You don't have to tell me twice.
And then I think it was Sasha Banks and Paige versus Dana Brooke and Charlotte. I actually thought this was going to be at Battleground, and now they have it. They had it for Raw, so I guess they're going to have Sasha and Charlotte at not Money to Bank, Battleground. And I think she made Dana Brooke tap out, I think, to the Banks statement.
Oh yeah, I believe Tony and Kevin Castle talked about Dana Brooke's in-ring performance of how bad she was.
Yeah, she hasn't improved since she's been on NXT. I actually thought she improved a little bit, but then she kind of sucked again for some reason.
Wait, again? When was the first time?
First time, like her first time being on the roster. Then when she was with Emma, she was kind of a little bit better. But then you put her on the main roster, and now she sucked again.
Hmm.
I mean, you don't expect Dana Brooke to be, a women's champion by 2 years, I don't think, after these performances. Especially since her botching a rope break, a simple job to put Charlotte's foot on the rope. Oh my god.
Yeah, so, yeah, one, two, what? And the referee sees it, like,
Yeah. So, and then you get
uh,
Titus O'Neil defeating Rusev by countout. And now, from what I heard on WWE.com, they're going to have Titus O'Neil versus Rusev again for the U.S. Championship, and who's going to care that much
no,
about that?
no.
And it's just, why are you continuing this? Nobody cares. No,
Vince, I'm sorry, okay, you got your
yeah,
punishment
yeah,
on me.
yeah,
You
yeah.
already-
It's like you don't need to push this any further. You already buried. You already got your fun with Titus O'Neil at Money in the Bank, burying him making him tap on Father's Day in front of his kids in the audience. You got what you wanted. You had your laugh. Now it's time to move on. Give Rusev another opponent.
But no, I guess they're running out of people because Kalisto certainly isn't going to do it.
No, Kalisto, he ain't doing it anytime soon. And then you get to, they announced that Cena and AJ have matches, and if they win their matches, then they're in the championship match at Battleground. So you got Seth Rollins versus John Cena, and Rollins beats Cena. I was surprised. Rollins beats Cena. Of course, not clean. Of course, the club and AJ Styles have to interfere.
I would have enjoyed Styles versus Rollins instead.
Yeah, would have been a better match. But you get Rollins versus Cena, which we've seen plenty of times now. Mostly all last year. You see that. Now you see it here on Raw. I'm surprised WWE still lets Rollins face Cena, even though he broke his nose last year.
Hey, that was an accident.
But still, you still gonna take a risk like that again? Like,
Just crawl and just be haunted by that. Like, come on, you gotta face your fears. Just like that was a one-time thing.
but whatever. But I mean, WWE is very cautious about those things. I'm surprised they still let Rollins face Cena. But it wasn't even that good of a match. You had Rollins win, but still.
Taker and HBK. HBK almost broke his back because of the Undertaker in that casket match, and they faced again later down the road.
Well, I think that was Shawn Michaels' fault. I think, or no, not Michaels' fault. Taker, I don't know.
Boom! I kind of got you there. Somewhat.
Kind of, but it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't that big of a deal until WrestleMania, where it really aggravated him. Enzo Amore and Cass defeated like local jobber tag team, whatever. I didn't see that.
Wait, what's their names?
What the hell was their names? Carlos Hershey and Mitch Walden. I don't know. Them.
Waldo in Hershey Park.
Walden, not Waldo. I mean, I didn't see that. I didn't care about it. Becky Lynch attacked Natalya. Okay, I didn't see that. I didn't care about it. Then you got the highlight reel with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I'll say one thing. At least it wasn't. At least it didn't. At least they didn't do the typical thing where they have Sami Zayn in a match with somebody and Kevin Owens on commentary, or you have Kevin Owens face somebody and Sami Zayn on commentary. That typical rivalry thing. You actually had a promo between those two in the highlight reel. And then they announced that they're going to have a blow-off match at Battleground.
Okay, pretty much Battleground's just the pre-SummerSlam. The new SummerSlam
and it's just number one, why can't you do this at SummerSlam? Number two, why can't you make it like an Extreme Rules or a No Holds Barred? Like, make it like these guys brawled in the backstage, and now you're still gonna make it a one-on-one match.
Might as well make it a last man standing match.
Make it a last man standing. Make it a night quit. Make it No Holds Barred. Something, a no DQ match. But you're just gonna give it a regular match. You want to show that these guys hate each other.
Just like HBK and Triple H did.
But no, of course, you got to make it a one-on-one match. A usual one-on-one match that these guys already had twice now. Once at Payback and once on Raw.
But it should guarantee this time that they're going to be on the same roster.
Well, I mean, when is Battleground? The 24th?
Yep, and the draft's the 19th.
They could still do it if Owens and Zayn are on different rosters. Or it's just they did guarantee it one last time, so maybe they just have it for Battleground. Then that's it. Then they're both on their shows.
Okay, so I did call it that on Insane. We're going to be on separate shows.
But still, you could do this at SummerSlam. It's just
I know, it's just aggravating.
totally aggravating. And then you get the Miz's return, which he was on hiatus because of him filming the Marine 5. And for some God knows what reason,
Kane.
you bring back Corporate Kane.
No, Kane.
Well, Corporate Kane first, backstage.
Then we got Kane.
And then you have him defend the Intercontinental Championship, and you don't announce it when you announce. You don't announce the opponent once you announce the match. Then Miz comes out. Then it's Demon Kane coming out, and the match was just bad, and just the execution of Maurice
Zap! My foot!
of Maurice faking that injury was just bad. It's just everything just fell flat on its face here.
Almost literally with Maurice.
And why, I don't even understand why you bring back Corporate Kane, even though we hate the fact of Kane being this type of character. But you still do Demon Kane, which didn't even do that much good. You still ruin Kane, even though you still do the Demon Kane, and have Kane with his mask on. You still ruined him. It's just, and Kane wins by count. It's just, you mean to tell me now that Kane's gonna be rivaling Miz for the Intercontinental title?
Get that title off of Miz already and give it back to Zack Ryder. Or somebody.
And you mean to tell me that Kane's going to be the one now to carry the Intercontinental title?
Oh, I got it. Let's give it to Neville.
If he returns in time. I don't know when he's returning.
Neville versus Miz, SummerSlam.
What was it? Cesaro and Apollo Crews defeating Sheamus and Del Rio.
Who cares for this match?
Who cares? Move on. Then you get the New Day.
It's kind of weird.
Then you get
in a bad way.
Then you get the New Day, doing impersonating the Wyatt family,
looking like Happy Meal toys.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of entertaining in its own way. Then you get the Wyatt family actually coming out and trying to scare them off, and then you get Xavier kind of teasing that Biggie and Kofi are not afraid, but Xavier he's getting a little concerned. He's getting, he's actually getting a little scared, getting a little saying, "Oh, these guys maybe actually frightening, maybe actually a real threat to us." Which, Xavier, haven't you seen WrestleMania 30? Haven't you seen WrestleMania 31?
Whoa, wait, say that again? Xavier is concerned?
Yeah,
how is he concerned?
It's that's what I'm saying. It's Xavier, didn't you see Cena versus Wyatt at WrestleMania 30? Didn't you see Wyatt and Taker at WrestleMania 31? Have you seen Roman Reigns and Wyatt in their feud?
But what about what Bray Wyatt did to Dean Ambrose? Or what Bray Wyatt did to Ryback? No, wait, Ryback won that one.
No, I think Wyatt did win that one, but Ryback is even less. Ryback wasn't even given that big of a push at that time. But I mean, this was okay. I'd say it was a little more interesting than anything else on the show. Again, it's kind of weird of the pairing between the Wyatt family and being the new challengers for the New Day.
And now we're at the main event. So
quickly. I mean, it's such a shame that the Wyatt family are actually competing for the tag team titles. You got Bray Wyatt, who is on a monster run from late 2013 to mid 2014. Well, not mid, early 2014 until Cena stopped him. Then you had that ridiculous feud with Dean Ambrose for whatever reason. Well, then actually first he loses his first match with Jericho at the pay-per-view, and then he loses first match at the their first match, Bray Wyatt and Jericho at Battleground. Jericho wins that one. Then Wyatt wins twice, but still you have Jericho win the first time, which was stupid. Then you had the ridiculous feud with Wyatt and Ambrose, and Wyatt winning that one because it was and it was stupid at what it led up to. It was all for Wyatt to be fed to Taker at WrestleMania 31.
How do you get excited for that?
And then he loses the feud to Roman Reigns, and throughout 2015, throughout all last year. It's just how is it that frightening now? Why would Xavier Woods be frightened by it?
Yeah, imagine be like, oh my, someone's coming through the dark shadows. Oh, who is it? Oh, it's you, Bray Wyatt. Okay, fine. And go on throughout your day.
Yeah, he's not scary. He's saying all these things. He's preaching all these things, and he doesn't back it up. He couldn't beat Cena. He couldn't beat Taker. He couldn't even beat Jericho in his first match. He couldn't beat Roman. Well, he beat Roman Reigns. He couldn't beat Roman Reigns clean. He beat Roman Reigns, but he didn't beat him clean. And
couldn't beat the Cena monster or Taker.
Yes, like, why should we be scared of this guy? Why should he be more of a threat? But I guess that's just me. Then you get the main event, which was Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles. Like you said, this should have been the other way around. Rollins should have faced... Well, I mean, then again, it was like heel... And it would have been heel versus heel, but whatever. You get Ambrose versus AJ Styles in the main event. If Styles wins this one, then he gets involved in the main event at Battleground. And, of course, you have Cena doing he returned the favor. You know, AJ Styles cost Cena the match against Rollins earlier. Now Cena's doing the same thing. And it was a typical, it was just a predictable finish. Of course, you have Ambrose. Well, it was predictable because you knew if Cena didn't win, because I knew if Cena didn't beat Rollins tonight on Raw last week to be in the match, neither was AJ Styles. So of course Ambrose was going to go over on Styles, and it was just a waste of time. It was just a way to try and make the world title match interesting because Roman Reigns is not going to be there till Battleground.
All right then.
Just a ridiculous show. I'm not even gonna watch the 4th of July one with tomorrow.
I'll tell you. Oh wait, no, it all depends on what time the party ends.
Yeah.
But if it ends early, then I'll tell you all about it, or at least what was good.
I mean, I might watch it on Hulu the next day, but who knows?
Oh no. What if oh Mike, you gotta watch Raw? Oh, why? Because Kurt Angle came back.
It would make sense for him to come back on the 4th of July. He's the patriotic, you know.
Yeah. Well, when would he come back though?
What happened?
I mean, how would he come back though? He would probably interrupt Rusev and probably get the United States title back. Or even
that would actually be a better opponent for Rusev than Titus O'Neil at this point.
Yeah, someone can wonder how they're gonna treat Kurt Angle. Not like a god, but they'll treat him well.
And to be honest, though, I know I said before that the triple threat match at Battleground for the WWE title should be at SummerSlam, but it would make even more sense if it was at Survivor Series this year. Because you think about it like this. It's like it's this thing where it all comes full circle. Because you have, 4 years ago, you have the Shield debut in the triple threat with Ryback, Punk, and Cena for the WWE title. Wait,
do it again.
What?
So Shield debuts, yes.
Shield debuts. They cost Ryback the title at Survivor Series 2012. They made their impact. And now you get 4 years later at Survivor Series, same pay-per-view, you have the triple threat for the WWE World title. The same match, they interfered and cost Ryback for the same championship at the same pay-per-view. It's one of those things where it all comes full circle.
Wait, Ryback was in a world title match at Survivor Series?
2012.
Well, yeah, that one, yeah. Oh, what, then 4 years later we do it again except with
and 4 years later, it's the same match, triple threat, competing for the same prize, the WWE World title match at the same pay-per-view that they debuted.
Okay, cool.
To be honest, obviously WWE won't do that. Obviously, they won't do it. They'll rush it for Battleground, and they'll have Roman Reigns at Battleground,
You
which
never.
is which is stupid. But it would be really, really smart if they could pull it off. I would give him props and give him credit if they actually do it.
No doubt about it.
It would actually be the smart move. Like, don't wait until SummerSlam. Wait until Survivor Series. I think that's the better choice because it actually makes more sense to do it at Survivor Series. But I mean, that's just me. Obviously, WWE will do what they want.
Unfortunately.
But yep, that's all.
Wait,
That's all
Reigns. We don't forget Reigns. We got to talk about Reigns. Oh wait, we already talked
We
about
already talked about Reigns.
And Lawler suspension being pulled up. Well, because of a he said, she said type of thing. Which
Yeah, but I mean, Lawler. I'm glad that his suspension got lifted. I knew eventually, he was going to come back to work and do his thing. I didn't think this whole thing was gonna all turn into a big deal and Lawler go in jail or anything. I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal. So I'm glad it didn't turn out to be a big deal. Then I'm glad that it wasn't that big of a deal, and Lawler was able to come back to work and able to get his suspension lifted. So, yeah, I'm just glad of that.
yeah, and this is probably one of our shortest podcasts this year because there was barely anything discussed.
Hopefully there'll be more discussed next week.
Hopefully.